Let's go to the other scripture now. Matthew 13, verse 44. I read it, but let's now look at it. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in the field, which a man found and hid again. And from joy over it, he goes out, sells everything he has, and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking fine pearls. Upon finding a pearl of great price, he goes out, sells everything he has, and buys it. This is a parable. Now, there's a few ways of taking this. Some have seen in this a parable of Messiah and his love for us and giving up everything for us, and that can be applied. But also, it is clearly also for us as believers. For us, salvation, God and salvation is our treasure. So did the man pay for the treasure? Did he pay for the treasure? The answer is he did not. He paid for the field. I'm talking about the one in the field. He paid for the field, that one, but he didn't pay for the treasure in the field. And that's giving you one side of salvation. The other one's giving you another one. Now the thing is, the treasure is free, but because that treasure was free, but because it was free, he still is so joyous over it that he sells everything he has to get that treasure. Now, somebody says, well, the treasure's free, so I don't have to do anything here. I'll just sit here. They're not going to open up that box. They're not going to have that because they really didn't receive it. The treasure is so good and it's so free that I want to go full blast with it. In other words, salvation is so great that I have to go with it. I have to let it change things. I have to move with it. I have to do it with all my heart and soul and mind because it is so good. So I don't say, well, because it's a gift, I don't do anything. That doesn't make any. Because it's a gift, it's so awesome that I have to move with it. It's so great. And if you say, well, we don't have to do anything. Well, did you really even receive it then? If you don't have that zeal for it. I want to take God's love and I want to apply it to my life. I want to spread it all over my life and all over around me. I want to take God's awesomeness and put it in every part of my life. His holiness, it's so good, I want to run with it. If somebody gives you a treasure and you don't really value it, you're not going to do anything with it. But if you do value it, you're going to treasure the treasure. And one of the things the Lord is calling us to do is to treasure the treasure. Salvation is a treasure, but if you don't treasure it, you're going to take it for granted, and you're not going to be blessed. But a treasure that you treasure is going to change your life. So it says, labor to enter his rest. So again, you've got something that's a blessing to enter, and then you've got, yet we need, God calls us to do, in it. There are times that the Lord gave miracles to people, and sometimes he just says the word or just it's done. Other times he said, you have to do this, and it's going to happen. Now, it's not that they did it to earn it, but there are times you have to do something to open up that gate. And so the blind man has to go down to the pool of Siloam. If he says, well, it's grace, I don't have to do this, it's a gift, he's not going to get healed. God told him to do it. There might be something in your life that God is saying you need to do this, you need to get this right, and it's going to open up the flood of blessings, but you have to do it. If you say, I'm not going to do his will, and you expect to be blessed. Labor into it, to go and to get into the presence of God, that takes work, because you're running around, so suddenly you got to put things away, you got to choose, you got to mark out the time. I'm not going to do other things. I'm going to fight off all the other impulses to go online, to do this, to do that, to watch. So I'm laboring to get in, but once I get in, then it's just the treasure, but I got to get in. There is a cost, there is a price. Not the blessing is free, but there's a cost to open it up, for that.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.